in terms of job and what is a career. As I have told you, of course, in career also you are being paid, but the difference that you will see is in terms of the focus. So the focus here is different. So it will all come down to how do you understand it and how do you put it into words for us to understand, or for yourself to understand what do you mean by career, and whether when you say career it is like synonymous to job, or whether you are separating the concept of career and separating the concept of job here. Now when you say career, it involves your interest, what you are interested, synonymous to we know job, you, or whether we are all aware of that if you are given if you are doing something in which you are not interested at all, that it is not going to be fruitful, isn't it? So here when we talk about career, it involves your interests, your values, the skills that you have acquired so that you can go ahead in your future, the goals that you have set for yourself. Now like all of you are from different departments. The department that you have chosen for yourself, the specialization that you have chosen for yourself, there is a particular goal, isn't it? You want to do something with your life. You like, let's say, those of you who want to become a psychological counselor, you will be taking psychological counseling. Those who want to be involved and be working as a social work, since that is your goal as a social, to work as a social worker, so you will be taking the subject of social work. So that is how you set your goals. Now having after set your goals, now you move on to the education. Career also involves education, because for a particular career that you want to pursue in your life, some level of education is needed. Now you cannot say that you want to become a CEO, okay, CEO in some multinational company, and your education level cannot be in the level of just matriculate. For that you need a higher level of education. So when we talk about career, education level that is needed also is involved. And then we also talk about development, how much you are going to develop, like whether from where you have started you have just remained there, or you are developing. Now when we talk about career development or going forward becomes very important for us, because you cannot just remain where you are for your career to go ahead. Now let's see, like, how do we choose a career? These are some of the few things that we need to do, or we need to keep in mind when we are planning, or when we are in a dilemma, like how to choose the career, a particular career for yourself. So the first thing that you need to see is perform self-assessment. You need to assess yourself and then identify must-have. This talks about the skills that is being required. Now, as I told you earlier, if you want to be a counselor, you need to have the counseling skills, without which you cannot become a counselor. So in that way, you must know, you must be able to identify what are the required skills for the particular career that you want to choose. Now moving on, we have what we need to do is make a list of jobs to explore. See, when we are focusing on our career, or when we are trying to choose a career, for a particular career for ourselves, you cannot just have one option. You need to have multiple options, that if this doesn't work, then maybe this one. And then we have research jobs and employers. That means you need to also find out the areas or the job prospects, and not just the job prospects, but under whom you will be working. You need to know about the employers. Friends, I would like to request every one of you to please mute your mic. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Now, moving on, we have the step where we talk about getting training and updating the self. And then we have find and apply for job, and then continue learning and growing. This is similar to what we have just seen in the graph when we were talking about the careers. Now, when we plan about our career. These are the things, as I already told you, this is just a slide that is being shown to you so that it will be clearer for you. It is again just a repetition where it says you need to know your values, you need to know about yourself, you need to identify your skills, and then research, find out the career options that is there, and then link your major and your career. When you say link your major and career, that means like those of you who have chosen, your master's course. Now you want to be a master in that particular subject because you have a career plan for yourself. You want to do something. So these are the things that will be involved that we need to keep in mind. It is a kind of like the steps that we need to take when we are planning about our career. Now, what do we mean by career plan? This needs to be clarified for us. Now, by looking at the screen, you will see the definitions that is being given here. A career plan includes not just the short-term goals, okay, not just the short-term goals, but the long-term goals as well, which will lead you to achieve your goal or the career, the ideal career that you want to be. For example, like you want to, as I told you earlier, you want to become a CEO in a multinational company, in some MNC. You directly cannot become the CEO, isn't it? There is, you need to have the plans. You need to start somewhere lower and then you go on. So all these short-term and long-term goals, which you will be planning for yourself in your career plan, will lead you to the ideal career that you want to have, for yourself. Another thing that we need to keep in also keep in mind when we talk about career plan is that don't just choose because it is the trend. Okay, don't just have a career plan for yourself, or don't just choose a career because that is the trend going on nowadays. There is nothing wrong in that. If you are interested, there is nothing wrong in that. But don't just go with the trend, but think about what excites you, what you are happy with, what is your interest. Because your interest and what you want to do in the particular career goal or the career plan that you have is very important. Because without that excitement, without that energy that you will have for that particular career goal that you have, it is not going to be successful. Because if it is being forced on you, and just because it is a trend, so let's say your seniors or your parents have forced you to take up the career, then I'm sure that it is not going to be as fruitful as it would have been if you would have made your own career plans or if you had chosen your own career, isn't it?
Yes,
do you guys agree with that?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah, that's it. That's
Ma'am.
why
Yes,
find
ma'am.
out what interests you. See, many a times, when you want, sometimes we become a little bit selfish also, because what happens is we do what makes us happy. But what I do feel, it is a personal opinion. Of course, it's a personal opinion. I feel that even if I'm making a career plan, or even if I'm making a career choice which is against what my family wants me to do, but if it makes me happy, that is more than enough. Because it is me who is going to set that goal, because it is me who has to do the work, it is me who is going to be involved there. And so it may sound selfish, but when I am doing a work which excites me, I'm sure it will also bear much fruit for you, and we will go much ahead. We will have a much more superior or more higher goals than comparing to the ones which is being forced on us. Okay, so let's keep this in our mind. Now, when we say career plan, this is, just look at it. Why do we need to have a career plan? Now, we need also to question ourselves. We need to question ourselves and see, what do you want to do with your life? Now, when we are clear, when you are clear with what you want from your life, automatically it will be shown in your career plan. That means when you know that you want to do this, then you already start planning out that this is how I am going to achieve my plans. This is how I am going to achieve my goal for my life. So before we start about our career, this question needs to be there. This question needs to be there in our mind, which which you ask yourself, which we ask ourselves, that what do we want from our life? What is our goal and how we are going to do that? Now, when we already have a plan that I want to do this. Now we have to look at, now since you already have the plan, that you want to do this, like let's say you want to, once again, let's say you want to become the CEO of some MNC. Okay, fine, that is the plan that you have, that is the goal that you have set for yourself. Now, to achieve that plan, to achieve that goal, you need to prepare your career path. That means how you are going to move forward to achieve that goal. Now, as I told you earlier, you cannot directly become the CEO. You need to start somewhere. So from where you are planning to start, that is what we call career path. It will give you a direction. Okay, it will give you a direction based on which you are moving towards your goal. And your career path will depend on the career values and personal goals that you have set for yourself. Many a times we get a little bit like confused, okay, confused with what is career path and what is career plan. Now let's see, like there is a difference, okay, there is a difference. These two may sound similar, but however, at the same time, in principle, these two concepts, that is career path and career plans, are different. So let's see what is a career path and how do we differentiate career path and career plan. Now, a career plan, as already mentioned to, is a long-term or short-term goals leading to an ideal career. That is what hello?
Yes, miss.
Hello, ma'am.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I had some issue. Okay, yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go back.
Okay.
Now, when you talk about career plan, as already it has been clarified to you, it is with regard, it includes, okay, it includes the short term as well as the long term goals which will lead you to your ideal career. Now, career path is the sequence of jobs, okay, the sequence of works that you will be doing to make up your career plan. Is it clear?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
yes, confused with what is career path and career plan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
thank you.
ma'am.
Thank you for the
Yes, ma'am.
confirmation. So in terms of their principles and in terms of how does it works, okay, how does it works, we can say that career plan is what to do. Okay, career plan will tell you what you are supposed to do. Means what you want to do with your life. What is your career goal? What you want to become? And career path will show you how to do it. It is as simple as that. I hope it's clear for us. Now, some of you here may be interested in academics, let's say, for example. Now, you have a plan that you want to be involved in academics. You want to become a teacher, a professor. So that is the plan that you have for yourself. That is good, that is fine. Now, that is your career plan. Now, this career path will tell you how do you become a professor. Now, directly you will not be becoming a professor. You have to start somewhere from, like, start teaching the higher secondary, or go to teaching the graduate students, or go to teaching the master students. And then that is how you keep on moving forward. And then later on, based on your experiences, based on the sequences of jobs, works that you have done, and having gathered your experiences, you will be promoted to the post of being a professor in a university, or in some educational institution. So that is career plan. You wanting to become professor is your career plan, starting from working in a higher secondary school, and then moving forward towards, like, let's say, working in a college or in a university. That is the career path that you have chosen for yourself to accomplish the goals that you have for yourself. So that is the difference between career path and career plan. One is what to do, the another one is how to do it. Now, the question that remains with us when we talk about our career, when we talk about career planning, is what should I do? Where should I go? Now, every one of you are here in the university doing your courses in different departments. Now, after finishing your courses here in the university, what are you going to do? Where are you moving? That is where you need to have the plan for yourself. That is where you need to create the career path for yourself. Now, some of the things that are involved when we talk about career path, or our career plan and career path, is the first thing is skill. As I told you earlier, we need to focus on your skill. And when we talk about skills, it involves your experience in that particular field, your abilities, your growth, how much you are growing, how much you know about that particular thing, or the trainings that you might have received, or how competent you are. For example, if some of you are, let's say some of us, okay, let's say, for example, since okay, I'll just give you an example from my department. Since I'm from a department of theology, and we all know that it is involved with the work of that, it's involved with the religious work, isn't it? Mainly we are involved working with the church, with the communities and all. Now, for example, one of the skills that a theological student has, okay, apart from the education level that they have, now, apart from the education level that they have, let's say one of the skills that one student has is that the person is good in singing. That is the additional skill to adding up to the educational qualification that the person has. Now, based on the skill that the student can work, that particular student can plan to become a pastor, either a pastor, or can focus, okay, or have a career plan where, based on the skill of being able to sing well, that student can have a career plan of becoming a musician, okay, a gospel singer, something like that. So that is what we also need to keep in mind when we are talking about our career plans, and what are the paths that we are going to follow for our career. So we need to focus on our skills also, not just the educational qualification that you have. That is important, but this having known your skills, your strong points, the skills that you have, which separates you from others, will also help you to have a better career plan for yourself, or to have a better pathway, a better career path which you can choose for yourself. The next one that will help us is try an internship. this is like I would say that this is very important for us, because what happens is when you are trying an internship, not after your graduation or after your masters, before directly going into your career, if you are still confused, okay, in case if you are still confused, you can try out various internships that are available in that particular area where you want to be involved. Because what will happen is when you are involved in an internship, it will help you to practice, it will help you to learn and experience. And based on that learnings that you will have during internship, based on the experiences that you will have during your internship, you can have a career plan for yourself. You can plan the career path for yourself. So internship becomes, like I can say, maybe like it is imperative, okay? It is imperative for you, for us to make the right career choice for ourselves. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
that. So please, when you are confused or you want to try out something, I would always suggest you, as I told you, this imperative, please try out internships. That will give you a vague idea of what you are good at. And many a times, no, when you are trying your internships, see, many of us are there who are not aware of ourselves. You may not be aware that you are good in something. Now, when you are trying an internship, it will also, many a times, it will also tell you what you are good at and what makes you happy. So based on that, also you can make your choices. See, for example, right after my masters, after I finished my masters, I tried out some 2-3 places where I had my internship. So one was like church based, where I work in my church, and then I worked in my association, like you have your synod, your council. So I work in my association also, and then I was involved in research work. Our university has a research wing, so I was involved in a research work also. So working in these 3 places, okay, having my internship, I did my internship with all these 3 places, like different, like with different time frames and all. And then it helped me to learn what I am good at and what interests me, what excites me. And I realized that I am not good for association or to work in synods or to work in council. I realized that I'm not good in this, and this is not the work that I need to do. And while working in the church, while doing my internship for 1 year, I think I did for 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think for 2 years. So while I was doing my internship for 2 years with my church, also I realized that I am not meant to work in the church. However, while working with the research wing of our university, I realized this is what excites me. I want to be involved in academics. And that is where I started. I started with my journey where I want to be involved in the academics. And then I started where I was teaching the bachelor students, because I had just finished my master's. So I started working with the bachelor students. And now moving on from that stage where I was teaching the bachelor students, now I have moved on to teaching up to the master's level. So that is how your internship will help you to choose the right career plan, the right career path for your future to accomplish your goal. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much.
Yes, ma'am.
I think some of you are having problem with my voice, or is it cracking?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Oh, I
No,
think
ma'am.
maybe
No,
then
ma'am.
someone's, okay, maybe then someone's network, because I just saw a message where it says that my voice is cracking. Okay, let's move on. Another thing that we need to keep in mind and that you can do, which will help you to clarify the doubts that you have, is find a mentor. A mentor, as we know, is a person who will guide you, who will motivate you, who will help you to make strategies, give you the coachings, and train you also if needed at all, and help you and give you that leadership. See, a mentor is someone who helps you to grow, isn't it? Now, every one of you here in the university, I am sure that you have a mentor. Each department, if I'm not mistaken, or yeah, each department must have arranged it in such a way that every one of you are under someone. That means you have a mentor, one of your faculty as your mentor, whom you can approach whenever you have some issues, whether it can be personal or it can be related to your academics, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
so yeah, so a mentor is someone who will help you in different ways. As I told you, it can be your personal issues that if you, it depends on, see, it depends on your relationship with your mentor. When you whatever you are sharing, whether you are sharing just the issues that is related to academics, or if you are sharing something, some personal issues that you are facing in your life, it all comes down to your relationship with the mentor. So if you have a close relationship, there is no harm, and of course we do that, that we even share our personal issues back at home or whatever we are going through. But even if not that, when you have a mentor in the university, the mentor will help you, the mentor will guide you, the mentor will uh, be the one, okay? The mentor will be there for you to make your life easy here while you are here in the university. So that is the main job profile of what a mentor is supposed to do. The mentor is supposed to guide you, motivate you, help you to accomplish your education or the trainings that you need here in the university. So please do find a mentor if you are still confused with what you want to do, because your mentor will help you to have a clearer picture. See, a mentor is someone, as you can see here in the screen, a mentor is someone who will help you to grow, okay? Help you to grow by sometimes pushing you towards unconventional pathways and help you to explore the possibilities. Many times they will help you. See, as a human being, the thing is, we don't know everything. There are some few informations, there can be some few areas which I am not good at, or I don't have any idea about how to go. Now, my mentor will help me to see those ways or those paths which I am not aware of. And many a times what they also do is that they push you to go towards the path which is new for you, so that you can learn something new. So that by learning those new possibilities,